If you've been in pain for a long time, there's probably a sense of permanence to it. It becomes the norm in the mind. There might be a motion that you do or an activity that is likely your go to if you want to find pain symptoms or an uncomfortable sensation. And because there is this very consistent motion that we do and we run into this feeling, pain can often be a predictable, consistent thing and is further rooted in the mind as being permanent. And this can often feel like you're stuck under a perpetual rain cloud. But just like the weather, pain is not static. It actually changes quite often. Sometimes your pain might feel as intense as a thunderstorm, just dominating your attention and making it really hard to focus on anything else. Other times it might feel like a light drizzle. It's present, but it's not overwhelming. And other times, it's not there at all. But we tend to not notice those times. In fact, we tend to only train our mind to notice when it's there. And we train our mind to resist when it is there. Point in case, what about all those areas on your body that don't hurt? Those joints or areas or muscles you've never had a problem with? How often do you think about those? Is your attention split 50-50? Half of the time you're thinking about the areas that don't feel good and the other half you're focused on the areas that do feel good? Or are you training your mind to only fixate on what is not well, what doesn't feel great? And I say all of this because training your mind on what to focus on and where you put your attention and energy is a very powerful tool that's going to help your mindset. By noticing how pain shifts, you can begin to see its impermanence. If it changes just a little, that means it can and does change. It's not permanent, solid, concrete, fixed, there 24/7, rigid. It's fluid. And in seeing its fluidity, this helps poke holes in the bias of the mind that it never changes and it's been like this for 5 years and it's never going anywhere. Here's a helpful tip. Next time you feel a wave of pain, pause and remind yourself that this is just like passing weather. And you already approaching it not with resistance and force and judgment, but almost this allowing this storm to happen and knowing that it will pass. This mental cue can help you manage the discomfort, knowing that just like a storm, it will eventually clear, making way for better moments. And this approach doesn't just help you cope, it empowers you to acknowledge the in-between periods of relief and comfort amidst the challenging periods. I hope that helps.